All right, we are live for another Market Update Monday here on the Arrow Title Services page, and we come on here live every single week to talk with local realtors, pick their brain about how crazy this market is right now. Each and every week, there's always valuable information to hear about what's going on with our market, what to expect in the coming months, and just what we've been seeing in the past few months as well in this new year of 2021. It definitely has been very interesting, and I love hearing from all the local professionals here on here from the Treasure Coast. There's been so much moving in our market, and it's always great information. So if you guys have any questions, you guys are welcome to ask them live here on this chat, and we can bring them up, or you can ask them in the comments, or you can reach out directly to any of the amazing professionals on here. Their Facebook pages are located in the description of this video, and we are going to get started. I can't wait to hear what we're seeing in the market right now and just go from there. We always run this in 3 parts, just so you guys know, in case you're tuning in for the first time. First portion is we talk about the market. Second portion is you get to see what's actually on the market or what houses are going for right now. And the third portion is announcements. So make sure you stay tuned. There's always great information all the way throughout. Peter, why don't you start us off this week? What are you seeing out there? How crazy are things right now?
Well, things are pretty good. The market remains pretty strong. I thought I felt a little weakness a few weeks ago, but much like the stock market, it's a little give and take. And honestly, I'm helping several people go in and make offers. But in this economy, in this market, your offers have to be pretty strong. I'm seeing a lot of very close to full price offers not hit the mark, and a lot of the winning bids are ones that come in over asking price.
Absolutely, that's so true. It's been honestly a wild market just to see how much overpriced they are going for. It's not just a little bit. It's not like 1,000, 2,000, right, guys? So it's crazy out there. So I'm sure Joe will elaborate a little bit more on that as well and see just what are you seeing, Joe?
Yeah, so I want to make sure I showed up with some stats for you because I know you're a stats nerd too, bud. So in the last, we'll say February, right? So roughly a month, there were 381 single-family homes sold in Port St. Lucie, right? The average sales price was $3,096. That has gone up about $50,000 in the last, 6 to 12 months. It's gone up a lot. The average list price, this is really important. The average list price is $164.04 per square foot, but the average sold price is a little bit higher at $164.67. So on average, homes are selling for more than they're asking. That is very critical to know as a buyer right now. All right. So 95 out of those 382 that sold in February, 95, that's 25%, sold in 3 days or less. They went pending in 3 days or less. And guys, a lot of times when something goes pending in 3 days, it's not because they didn't have the offers on day 1 and 2. It's because they sat on those offers trying to get more offers until day 3 rolled around. So a lot of these suckers, you got to get in, you got to get your offer in that day. If you don't have a realtor or if you're not moving fast enough to get in that day, it's not that you can't purchase a home, but you're going to be looking at homes that everybody else isn't looking at, i.e. the hot homes, right? 176 out of those 382 sold in 7 days or less. That's just under half. 1 out of every 2 homes selling right now are gone. That should absolutely let you know how fast you need to be in this market. So for me, I'm thinking, what are my biggest concerns for my buyers and sellers? For my buyers, I'm thinking you need to move fast, right? So expectation management up front. We need to be texting, calling, emailing, whatever it is, immediately when you see something hit the market that you like. All right. The second big question is, how do you get rid of contingencies? Because right now there are a lot of cash offers coming out, or there's a lot of conventional offers with 20, 40, 60% down. It is really tough as a VA buyer or an FHA buyer coming in and you need to sell your home and you want an inspection. Really challenging. You're almost always going to lose with offers like that. So the question is, how do I get rid of those? I think it's really important that you've got an agent who calls. A lot of times they've already had an inspection on that property. And if you can get your hands on it, which a lot of agents will let you have it, Now you can come in with that beautiful offer and it doesn't have an inspection contingency. You already know all the issues, assuming you've had a chance to look at that, right? I'm also telling people, if you want to put an offer in without an inspection contingency, but you're concerned, then all you've got to do is pay the inspector up front, pay a general contractor up front to come out and look at the homes with you. Yeah, you're paying them to go home searching with you, but now you're able to put that offer in. It's going to cost you a few $100 to get the person out there. But now you can put an offer in without an inspection contingency. You've had the home looked at and checked out by someone you trust, and you're able to put that offer in without a contingency, right? So from a seller's standpoint, what are the risks for these guys? Number one, you're getting all kinds of offers from people who haven't even seen the house. People from out of state, primarily I'm seeing New York, New Jersey, Michigan, seeing a lot of buyers from those areas. They don't have the time to fly in, look at the house and everything else. So they're just putting in offers, right? And these offers have inspection contingencies, which basically allows you to get out for anything. As a seller's agent, I'm thinking if you've got a listing and you haven't taken a look at it and you've got an inspection contingency in there, you've got all the right in the world to get out of there. So I'm a little concerned about your offer. So right now it's really challenging to get those offers accepted, right? Another issue is appraisals. You're getting offers for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand over price. But if they've got funding and that funding is dependent upon appraisals, it doesn't matter anyway, right? It's going to come in short on appraisal a lot of times because of the comps. That's why when you're in a listing presentation as a realtor and you're talking with that seller and you're saying, hey, your home is worth 400 grand based on all the comps. And they're saying, yeah, but it's a strong market. I want to be at 430. You might be able to get that offer for 430. It's not that crazy to get that offer. The problem is if the comps are at 4, you're not going to have the appraisal coming through at 430. You're going to have it come through at 4. So now you're limiting yourself to just cash buyers, right? So just make sure as a seller, you're thinking about that. You're asking about that. And realtors, for listing agents out there, just make sure that expectation management's happening.
Absolutely. Great information as always, Joe. Thank you so much for those tidbits and just on point with every single aspect. And thanks for bringing up the numbers too, because I do like to hear those numbers. And
man. Yeah, let's get it.
Everyone else does too. So even if those numbers might seem a little bit confusing, you can always get one of the local professionals on here to explain those numbers and talk about how our market is right now too, which there's not a lot of inventory out there. Jillian, what are you seeing? How is it from your perspective?
Well, to piggyback off these two other awesome gentlemen I'm here with today, the market's insane. I took a listing, which I'll kind of show you shortly here, but I took a listing a couple weeks ago, and like Joe mentioned, the agents who kind of have been around and know what they're doing are going to let it sit for a few days and try to rack in as many offers as possible. Try to get the price up, possibly get that cash offer because we don't want the appraisal contingency. I've even seen, and I've done this a couple times too, where you strategically place your open house before anyone ever gets to see it. So that as an agent on the agent side, you can maybe double dip and get both the buyer and seller. Plus, if you're an agent who will reduce your commission for your seller, if you bring your own buyer, that's another good thing. So as potentially sellers watching this right now, you want to talk to some agents about that. If you bring your own buyer, do you reduce your commission a little bit? And just kind of have those kind of things in the back of your mind of what you're looking for. But yeah, I within 3 days, I had 17 offers, 50 showings. Yes, the property was vacant, thank goodness, or I would have probably told my people to go get a hotel. I haven't seen that before. Even back in the 06, 07, 08 time, like I wasn't a realtor then, I was an investor, but I wasn't seeing what's happening today. It's absolutely insane. So, for sellers, you want to capitalize on this opportunity. A lot of people that I've been, working with, I'll tell them go rent for a year, maybe 2, wait for the market to soften, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it is going to happen. The market will soften. We just don't have that crystal ball, unfortunately, as to when. The economists, at least in the state of Florida, are saying that they don't think it's going to be this year that the market softens. But it's kind of like telling the weather in Florida too, like, which days are going to rain. So it's really hard to say. And no matter how amazing all of us are here, we can't predict the future. We can also only guide you as to what we feel is going to happen. what the market is showing, that it's doing today, as well as what it has done in the recent past. Because even going back a year ago, I mean, we were practically getting hit with COVID almost a year ago. So things were definitely a little different then. And so you don't want to look at what even a year ago did, even though as an appraiser, sometimes they have to go back a year to find certain comps depending on the area. So, I knew I'd throw a couple little additional things out at you, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. I've never seen a market like this in the, almost 10 years I've been selling real estate, and capitalize on it. And especially if you're a buyer, those interest rates are still low. They are creeping up. They're already at least at 2%. We're not seeing much in the 2% mark anymore, unless you're like a 15-year conventional loan. But yeah, I mean, 3% is here, and it's going to keep creeping up a little bit. So, buy that house now, lock in your rate, and it doesn't matter about the price if you're planning on staying in it for a little while. That's what I always advise buyers. If you're thinking of staying in it for a couple of years, probably not the greatest time to buy. I hate that I'm even telling somebody that, but it's probably not. If you plan on staying in it at least even 4 or 5 years or more, then it doesn't matter what the price is, because you want to lock in at the lower rate, because that's what's going to help your monthly payments, stay low, not the price point. So that's what I have to say.
Awesome, Jillian. That was some great advice, and just adding to that conversation, so many aspects, because there's a bunch of aspects that are contributing to our market and why it's so crazy. The lifestyle changes, the people moving from up north, the people moving from out west. Those appraisals are a huge aspect too. The investors that are kind of shifting this market. A lot of people think that investors aren't in the market right now, but they actually are. And some of those investors are even getting those mortgages because the mortgages are so low. Like the rates are so low, the money's practically free. And a lot of people, I think, especially in this area, if they're living in this area and they're worried about those prices going up, because if you're in this area, these prices going up is going to worry you, because it's higher than what you've expected in the past as our area is growing. But when you look at those interest rates, that's such an important factor into it, and a lot of people don't think about that statistic or that calculation of how that actually works out at the end. And it's just very interesting to see that play on play. It's also interesting to see how these people from other areas that are coming here are coming from very saturated markets. So it's cheap for them to come here. So for them, they're like, oh, this is a steal, right? And then for the people who live here, they're like, ooh, this is rough. So it's really interesting to see those different facets that are happening to our market right now. And it's also sad to kind of like just the first-time home buyer, it's unfortunate to kind of see just like how hard it is for them right now, the FHA loans and such like that. So does anybody else have anything to add to that? After hearing everybody speak, is there something that you guys want to speak a little bit more on to, Peter?
I would add that that I'm showing a lot of people, some first-time home buyers, some mature adults moving into their the next stage of their lives, home. A lot of people are looking for the perfect home. And honestly, if you don't find it on day one and you don't put an offer in on day one and that offer is not strong, you will probably lose out. I've been trying to share with the people I'm dealing with that sometimes you have to look at some of these wedge properties and you have to give them consideration. You might find the perfect home in the perfect location, perfect size, perfect construction, but the kitchen is ugly. If you can live with it for a year or two, redoing a kitchen while you're living there might be tough, but there are some things that you can, if you buy a property that needs a little love in just one area, that may be the perfect situation for you. And don't shy away from that. It's not too difficult to fix something that may seem broken.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, I think a lot of people, it's really hard for them to look past the things that need to be. Everybody wants like prim and proper, perfect, like to move into. This is like exactly what I want, and I don't need to touch anything. Well, first of all, that's not realistic, especially if you're getting like an older home. And like, first of all, the trends of houses change like on a day, like all the time. I'm not like a very trendy person with color schemes and whatever the heck that is. That's not me. But like, those are changing all the time. Like, I think gray is in right now. That could have been last month. I don't know. But like, just those like modern, not modern, whatever it might be. I think it's really hard for some people to look past that. And sometimes with the work, it's like, you hear the term good bones, right? From a lot of realtors. Like, this house has good bones. And that really is an important aspect of it. You know, is that house, is the structure of the house, the layout of the house, the things that you can't change, the property size, like the things that you can't add on to. What are those like? And how do those fit into like your perspective on what you want, right? Location too. You can't change where the house is, right? So there's so many important aspects that fall into that. And I think people like, they get so caught up and they're like, well, the bathroom's not how it doesn't have this. And it's like, okay, so you're going to throw the whole house away because of the bathroom. That's awesome, Peter. Thanks so much for bringing that up. Does anyone else have anything to add? No? Great. Well, awesome. Thank you guys so much for that little insight into the market and how crazy it's been right now. And I know you guys will get a little bit more of a perspective as well as you see what these realtors bring up and the prices of these homes and what they're kind of, you know, seeing and going for. It's very interesting to see. And one of my favorite parts of the show is to see the actual houses and what they're going for, which is our next section. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. You're also able to rewatch. If you're just tuning in now, make sure you guys rewatch the conversation we just had about what's kind of going on in the market right now, the different facets that are changing, and just what we're seeing in these past few weeks as a seller and a buyer. So great information. Let's move on to the listing presentation portion. Peter, you are up first. What do you have to share with us today?
Well, thank you. Let's see. Today, I have am I on?
Yeah, I see it. I'm waiting for you.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
You're okay.
Let's see. Okay, so today I have the listing at 520 Southeast Kruger Creek Place. This is about 0.6 acres. It's on the water on Kruger Creek. Beautiful waterfront lot. There is one fixed bridge at about 8.5 feet, but this, as you guys know, in the Treasure Coast, if you're looking around for waterfront properties, most of them have gone by the wayside in the over the past year and a half. I have a friend who just purchased a nice piece of property on the water. It's one of the last pieces I've seen. He paid over $1 million for the land, and now he has to build a home on it. But this beautiful house, this beautiful property, is right out here off the river. A beautiful shape. It's got over 200 linear feet of waterfront. Let's see over here. I wanted to give you guys an idea. If you're not familiar with the Treasure Coast, if you are a fisherman, if you love the water, if you love getting on a boat, take a look at all this water that is all around you. That's why Stewart is the sailfish capital of the world. Kruger Creek is right here. And the property, I'm in the dark here, but I think right around here. It's honestly a beautiful property. There are fewer and fewer lots remaining that are on the water. Hardly any on the open water. This is, as I said, one fixed bridge out to the wide water and out to the ocean in no time. It will, in a year or two, there will be no more available lots, only lots that have homes on them. And so you will be stuck buying a house that someone else built at some point, and whether or not that house is what you want, you're going to have to live with that decision. But this isn't your opportunity right here, 2021, to get a great piece of property and build your own home on it.
Awesome. Do you have the price of that? And
yes, absolutely. It's listed at $469. And if you'd like to see it, please let me know. I'd be happy to show it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Peter. And you guys are able to reach out to the realtors who are on here via the description of this video. Their links to their Facebook pages with all their information is on there. So thank you so much, Peter, for sharing that and that beautiful property in Stuart. Stuart's such a gem, and I love downtown Stuart. So love seeing that. And they're not making any more land, right?
They aren't, and you know, Martin County has 20 world-class incredible parks, over 15 world-class beaches. Like I said, Treasure Coast, Stuart is the sailfish capital of the world. Treasure Coast has over 10 craft breweries, from Civil Society, Twisted Trunk, Walking Tree. The parks include Jonathan Dickinson, Sanskrit. It is an incredible place to be right this moment.
Absolutely.
Come on down, check it out.
Thanks, Peter. Awesome. All right, Joe, what do you got going for us? What's on your side of the market?
Let's see how good I am at screen sharing here. You got me on?
Yep.
Okay. So this is 9624 Southwest Royal Poinsiana Drive. It's in Vitalia, which is one of the most sought after 55 plus areas in Port St. Lucie. Great little HOA. And it's got a bunch of absolutely beautiful homes. This is one of the biggest models in there. You can see it's got really nice barrel tile roof. It's got a beautiful, beautiful driveway out there, great landscaping. And when I say it's one of the bigger models, this sucker's 2,262 square feet. You can see it backs up to a nice little privacy fence right back here. And once we get inside, you can see these are really good friends of mine. They both are military retirees. This home was taken care of exactly like that. It was just meticulous. And it's one big open area. So this is the kitchen. The kitchen opens up into the dining room that you can see over there on the left. And then you can see back on the back right there's the kitchen. It's got that whole family room, dining room, kitchen, one big open area, which is kind of what everybody's looking for today, is one open area, right? So this really hits that. It's got the master suite on the back. You can see it just to the left of the patio there. And then that is added to another suite over on the left side for any guest you've got or anything like that. It's got its own bathroom over there. And then in the middle, you can see the French doors. It does have a closet in there, so you can use that as a bedroom or an office. But it's got that nice private patio in the back as well. You can see that this home was just so well taken care of. And this closet, from memory, this is about a 12 by 8 closet. It's like a huge bedroom in there. So it's pretty dang awesome. And again, so well taken care of. It's got tile throughout the common area. And again, it's got that really nice private back patio. So we're asking $400,000. If you do the per square foot price on that, it's $175 a square foot. Everything we've got in there is all the comps are $165 to $180 a square foot. Today, when I tell people $165 to $180 a square foot, they're like, awesome. What's $190 times our square footage? These guys are within the comps, which is awesome. So I see that sucker selling pretty quick.
Wow, that's gorgeous. Can I just live in that closet? I'd live in the closet.
Yeah, for $400,000, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, actually, whoever buys it, just tell them I'll live in the closet. It's fine.
There you go. Yeah.
That's awesome, Joe. Thanks so much for sharing that. It's great to see just those different aspects. You said that was a 55 plus community, right?
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't know, a lot or all the 55 plus communities here, up to 20% can be under 55. So if you're close to that range, you're thinking, man, I really like that HOA, you can go and apply, see if they've got space. A lot of them, most of them do, and they'll let you in if you meet certain qualifications, right?
Oh, well, there you go. That's a good tip, I think, for people. I think people see 55 and they think I absolutely wouldn't fit into that. So that's a great tip. Thanks so much, Joe, and thanks for showing that property.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. Thanks. All right, Jillian, what do you have for us?
All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm just kind of pulling this one up. This was the one I had mentioned to you guys before, that in less than 3 days sold over asking price. Can't tell you exactly how much over yet, but quite a bit over because it hasn't sold yet, so I can't tell you. And we had 50 showings in 3 days. So just kind of wanted to show, and this was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, kind of like basic home. It was built in the mid 2000s, like still had the carpet and 4 mica countertops. And honestly, like I priced it even where I thought it was going to be the max, and it went way over. So you don't know. It's funny. I'm getting blown up here, as you can see over here. So I did just put a new rental listing. I guess I literally put it on the market today. I'll just show you that one really quick. Just because it's the only listing I actually have right now because they're going so fast. Where did we put it? Never mind. I thought it was right here. So I apologize for that. You know what? Here, I could show you. Here it is. Just go right into the MLS here for you guys and show you these pictures. It's a $2,000, rental here. 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a pool, cute little house, little over 1,400 square foot. I've literally got somebody blowing up my phone right now. Where can I send the money? So if there is anyone looking for a rental, this will probably be gone in the next couple days as well. But yeah, and then I will be listing, I'll kind of just throw this out there. I will be listing a property. I'll stop sharing, I guess. On Wednesday, it's a, did I stop sharing?
Yeah.
Making sure. Okay. So I'll be listing that on Wednesday. It's going to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, one of those cute townhomes like in the quad. And the patio area is actually completely closed in. So it's like a Florida room. So I'll be getting the photos on that for you guys on Wednesday, and that'll be down in Hobe Sound and Heritage North. So even for you gentlemen, if you guys have buyers, but that's going to be listed at $210. And it's completely remodeled, beautiful, cute little place. So I figure I'll just throw that out there for at least you two.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jillian, for sharing that. And you never know who's watching.
That's
people are
true.
looking for that opportunity, and the rental market right now is insane too. And I think that's why a lot of people are looking to buy, because of the rental market right now. It's like, why not just buy at this point, right? So it's a very interesting thing to see, but those rentals are going very quickly. So I'm sure that will be gone very quickly. And I appreciate you sharing that first house as well, and just seeing like how quickly you said that you had 17 offers and like 50 showings within like 3 days, which is just insane. It's just crazy. How many people are actually out there. So it's great to see that balance of just what is actually going and what it's going for, and what that competitiveness is looking like. Because I think when we say it's really competitive out there, sometimes people are just like, oh yeah, because I know that you guys have a few buyers that you guys are probably working with that aren't putting in those competitive offers because they think that they can get it for cheaper or maybe at price and such like that. And it's just, it's a very, very competitive market right now. So great information. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys are just tuning in now, make sure that you guys rewatch what we just went over, the beginning portion where we went over what the market's doing right now, how things were looking, and then the second portion where they showcased listings that were on or just off of the market and how those were kind of going, so you guys can get a good price point about what things are looking like out there and what the bang for your buck is out there, I guess. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to the local realtors who are on this call. In the description is the link to their profile, and you can go ahead and reach out to them, as well as if you happen to have any questions, you're welcome to comment as well. So thank you guys for sharing that. We are going to go into the announcements portion of this and hear what you guys have coming up. It's always great to hear. Each of you guys always have something coming up. It's a crazy, crazy thing, and I love seeing how involved you guys are in our community and just what you guys are doing. So Peter, what do you got coming up?
All right. Well, coming up, I have, we're taking pictures tomorrow. I honestly can't wait, because this is these are some folks who I ran into them out of chance. And just so turns out, I will be listing his property this week. This is going to be an awesome property in Port St. Lucie. It's about 1,337 square feet. It's a 2-2 but these guys have done everything to it. Let me just give me half a second to run through everything they've done since 2018. We got a new roof, all new plywood sheets and shingles, new air conditioner, 16 SEER, all new ductwork, all new R30 insulation blown in, new accordion shutters all the way around with the wind mitt, new entry doors, new shutoffs on all the water supply lines and hose bibs, new knockdown, new seamless gutters. I mentioned the AC ceiling vents, the ductwork, the blown insulation, dishwasher, refrigerator. It honestly is going to be, it's priced in a very nice place, right around $213, and I completely expect that this will, Jillian, kind of like yours, I expect to be moving around an awful lot for a couple of days.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward
to
it.
On the market?
This should be coming soon. We're looking at, I'm probably posting it coming soon on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how quickly I can get up, and might have the first showings on Saturday.
All right, we may have a buyer for you, just so you know.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it, Peter. Love the coming soons. It makes people come back. And it's just great to see. Those coming soons are really hot, and it's good to hear them ahead of time, because then you can be on the ball before. You can be reaching out to Peter and hearing about the property a little bit more, and the coming soons are hot. So thanks so much for sharing that, Peter. Sounds like an amazing property. Can't wait to see it when it comes up. Joe, what about you? Anything coming up for you? I know you always got something going on.
Anybody who knows me knows I work with Grand Construction. And right now, especially after this whole conversation we just had, one of the coolest things about them isn't the fact that they're the highest quality custom builder in the area, which is true. It's that you don't have to negotiate on anything, which is awesome. Right now, that's the big pain in the butt, right? You go out. I got a gal right now. She's been blowing me up all day. And that poor woman has put about 6 offers in. We're moving fast. The day it's coming out, she's putting it in. We're moving. She's coming in strong, overpriced, still losing. And it's just challenging right now. So new construction is an awesome, awesome solution to that. It gives you exactly what you want. You can pick any price point you want. The more you pay, the higher quality you get, generally speaking. And you can pick your lot. There are a ton of lots out there. Lot prices have gone up, but there are a lot of lots out there available right now for sale. So finding a lot is not challenging. You can find a lot in just about any part of the county that you want, and then you can build that nice, beautiful home. Again, no negotiations. It's one sit down with the builder. You discuss exactly what you want. He gives you the price. You like it or you don't like it. And if you do, you sign on the dotted line and you're good to go. It's that easy. So we're always available for exactly that at any time with Grand Construction.
Love it.
Hey, Joe, a lot of the properties, a lot of the home builders I'm dealing with are now out 4 to 6 months. Is Grand about the same?
Yeah, plus financing and permitting through the city. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy market, not only for resale, but for new construction as well. Yeah. New construction is going crazy, especially out in Port St. Lucie. And Martin's starting to actually tack onto that too with some of the new construction out in Martin County. But St. Lucie County is growing a lot. There are places that every time I go out there, it's like something new.
Yeah.
I was going down Crosstown, right at the end of the north end of Crosstown, right? No, yeah, Crosstown and Tradition, where they meet. They're extending that even more. I just realized that the other day. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a hot market for new construction. And if you have any questions about Grand Construction, I have personally seen their homes. They are fantastic, definitely high end and grand, to say the least. So thanks, Joe, for bringing that up. And always great to hear what's going on over there and how they're doing things. It's a great option for new construction if that's time that you have on your side. Thank you. And we're going to move on to Jillian. What do you have coming up? I know you kind of hinted at something earlier, but go ahead and elaborate a little bit more now. If you'd like.
Yes, I kind of did it a little early. Anyway, yes, so I got that, it's a cute, little townhome, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. About 1,350 square feet, not including that now enclosed Florida room, and it's fully enclosed with hurricane windows and everything. Like it's pretty cool, and it's got a view. I didn't mention this earlier. It's got a view of the lake and the golf course, So it literally, like, out of this specific community, it has the best view because you got one on one side, the other side. And so just even the view itself is worth something compared to a parking lot where, you know, a lot of these villas or condos or, you know, you may have those kind of views, which are not as satisfying to the eye. And I'm working on a couple other things, you know, always stuff in the pipeline, just got to get these sellers to pull the trigger. That's the thing, you know, some people are still a little scared of COVID. I totally understand. I'm sure Peter and Joe here have their ways of, you know, easing the pain of COVID. I know that, you know, with sellers, I recently had a listing where we only allowed showings on Saturday. Now, mind you, I'm not totally suggesting that. It was a little difficult to show it, but, you know, it's possible. You know, you could do one day and put booties on and put hand sanitizer at the front of the door and put a bag of masks out there in case someone forgets their mask. You know, I only allow, say, 2 people at a time to go see the home. So if they have kids, they got to sit in the car, or one adult comes in one at a time. So there's ways to work around COVID if that is a concern for you. Some people aren't concerned, but if you are, there's ways to work around it. So don't let that hold you back from selling your home, because this is the time to do it. This time will be gone. So don't wait. That's where I'm going to finish there.
Yeah, no, love it. And I don't know if we brought it up earlier, or if you brought it up earlier, Joe, with the, wow, it just flew out of my head. We're at 2 months supply of inventory. That's what I meant to say. We're at less than 2 months of supply of inventory across the Treasure Coast, which is insane. And if you don't know what that means with the inventory levels of 2 months of supply, that means that in a normal market, 6 months is, you know, an equalized market where buyer and seller kind of are on the same page, or it's just equal for each. And then right now we're only at 2 months where if all of the inventory, if no other houses were put onto the market right now, in 2 months, everything would be gone, which is just insane to think about. And that's definitely one of the lowest points that I think we've been at in so many years. So it's very interesting to see that. And I know that sellers are, you know, the biggest thing is where are they going to go, right? And unless they're going out of state, it's a big thing. Or a lot of people are moving into homes with their families and combining family houses and such like that. So it's very interesting to see the shift in our market here. And if you are a seller, you're definitely in a prime spot right now. So definitely don't hesitate if it is something that you are able to work with. And you can always reach out to any of the local professionals on here. Again, using a local realtor is the key to a very smooth transaction. They're going to be working for you. And the people who come on here every single week are the people who you should be reaching out to. They are knowledgeable. They are taking time out of their day to share with you important information of what's going on in our market. And I know each of them, and they are just incredible. So definitely feel free to reach out to them. Linked to their Facebook page is in the description of this video. They're always filled with information. Even if you're not looking to buy or sell right now, and it's something maybe in 2021 that you're looking to do, follow their pages, because there's always information out there. It's always great to just follow that knowledge, and they're all putting out great information on their pages. So thank you guys for coming on here. Again, if you guys are watching and of course, if you guys are watching right now and you missed the conversation, you should rewatch it. It was great, fun-filled, great information throughout it all with these big brains in real estate here on the Arrow Title Services Facebook page here and YouTube channel. You can always watch the replays of any of our Market Update Mondays from when we started in April all the way up until now on our YouTube channel, Arrow Title Services. So make sure you guys go check that out, as well as all of our other videos on there. We also do a Thursday's Top Tips in Real Estate every Thursday at 2 p.m. So we're just spewing out information about real estate out here, trying to help you guys as much as possible. So thank you guys so much for coming on. I hope to see you guys soon again on here. And you guys have an amazing rest of your week. And thank you again.
Thanks, Lucie.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.